Good evening, Doctor. I am Daniel Teng Chong, and I'm currently wish to introduce to Doctor regarding our project, prototype as well as the project introduction itself. All right, yeah. So here are some of the main information regarding our proposed MBIP community system. And basically, the description for our MBIP community system will be this MBIP system is actually providing a very comprehensive solution designed to actually facilitate various tasks that is actually closely related with the current trend of tackling and also managing the carbon emissions and also the utility bills that are actually being faced by our current residents itself. Hence, our proposed system will offer more improved efficiency, even though that it involves more complex functional requirements that we actually wish to integrate among all the functionalities to ensure that our system itself can actually run at a very optimal level. The use case itself actually will be organized into separate modules under our system features, and also at the same time, our main stakeholder, which is the Iskandar Putri City Council, they're actually able to review and validate all the proposed system improvement and also suggestion that we actually have been provided and proposed in our system to actually ensure the sustainability of the system in upcoming workflow, also in the future trend as well. Hence, the functionality of the proposed system will actually focus more on the carbon emission reduction itself. All right, so right now I actually present to Doctor regarding the managed calendar use case. Yeah, so basically for managed calendar use case, the main actors that are actually going to utilize this use case will be our MBIP system staff admin, which this use case actually allow the MBIP staff to actually manage the calendar by adding events or deleting events, or also at the same time to edit and view the events detail itself. And the normal flow for our managed calendar use case will be the MBIP staff admin. They're actually able to navigate to the calendar module first, and then the system will actually display a more comprehensive content in the calendar module, which I actually explained during the inception flow too. And next will be the MBIP staff admin can actually freely choose on which specific action that they actually wish to perform. And last but not least is that once they actually finalize all the actions, then the use case will actually being ended as well. And here are some of the alternative flow that are actually implemented in our use case, which is quick from the calendar module. The system actually navigates to the page that the MBIP staff they actually wishes to access. And this use case is awarded once that the system admin they actually already finished implemented any single amendment that they actually wish towards the calendar itself. And then they're also able to view the list of events on the selected date, and also the system will actually present a more comprehensive detail on the events that are actually going to happen on that specific date, and then can choose whichever action to perform, which is they're actually able to add the event to the calendar whenever the MBIP actually wish to organize any specific event on that specific date. Then the MBIP staff admin they actually can feel free to add the event into that specific calendar panel itself. And once that the staff admin they actually wish to cancel any single operation, then they actually can just press on the button and the system will directly returns back to the last access page. And last but not least is that they're actually able to view the details of the selected event itself, which will actually system will actually display a more comprehensive and a more perplex view on that specific events that are actually going to happen on that specific date itself. Yeah, so last but not least is that if the system admin they actually wish to delete the selected event, then they'll actually click on the confirmation button if they really wish to delete on that specific event. And for exception flow wide, if the system they actually fails to update the records, then the system will actually display the error message. And if the system fails to display the content, then the system will actually display an error message and will return back to the last access page. And for post condition why actually the MBA staff will actually manage to access and manage all the calendar modules and manage the events and all those related requirements. Like for instance, the system actually need to provide a user friendly interface for MBIP staff to actually arrange and manage a calendar, and also at the same time the system need to display the content in the calendar module in a more comprehensive manner, so that it's actually easier for the MBIP staff admin to actually navigate around the calendar panel. And last but not least is that the system actually need to ensure fast and responsive performance while displaying the content and interacting with the event, to actually ensure that the system itself will not easily crash whenever the admin itself wanted to wanted to actually present that specific event into the calendar module itself. All right, yeah. So here basically is the admin view regarding the MBIP community system. Yeah. So first thing first, as usual, the admin they actually need to sign in. And yeah, so basically here is a whole calendar module that actually the admin they will view from their own perspective. Yeah, so basically we can actually simply click on the date, like for example 7. And yeah, basically as you can see actually here they will provide a more comprehensive view on the event that is going to happen on that specific date, and can just directly add event if the admin itself wish to add any single event into the calendar. And yeah, so basically the admin they actually can insert all the necessary informations for that specific event, like for example event titles, event type, location, and also description. And also they are actually able to add the picture of that specific event into this calendar module itself. All right, so once actually they completed all the necessary information being inserted into this specific input bar, then you can just directly add on the add button. And yeah, so basically the event itself has already been inserted into this specific date itself, and all the users they actually able to view the view, or even able to uh, alerted on that specific event is going to happen. And yeah, so basically for this, right, it's also like another way for the admin to actually amend the title that is actually being implemented on the title itself. Yeah, so basically there are two different buttons here, which is edit and delete. And yeah, so if edit, then can just directly cancel if they don't want, and then can just save the detail itself. So in this module, we can just proceed with save. Yeah, so it's a save. And then if we proceed with delete button, so are you sure to delete this record? It means that the system really need to have a more double confirmation from the system admin itself on whether need to delete this record. Then can just directly press on confirm if we wish to delete. And yeah, so that specific event has been deleted. Yeah, so that's all for the calendar panel. Then I'll proceed to the next use case module itself. All right, yeah. So once we actually finish uh, presenting to doctors regarding the manage calendars module, then I'll actually proceed with the manage ebooks use case as well. Yeah, so basically for managed ebooks, this use case is also the similar with the use case above, where the actor that we actually targeted is MPIP staff admin. And this use case actually shows the MPIP staff admin that they actually can add any single ebooks, delete ebooks, and also view the ebooks detail in the ebooks module itself. And also for precondition, which is the MPIP staff, they actually need to log into the admin account itself. And the normal flow for this whole managing ebooks use case will be, first thing first, the MPIP staff will actually navigate to the ebooks module, and the system will actually display the list of ebooks being uploaded. And the MPIP staff itself can actually choose the action to perform, which will actually explain in the alternate flow later on. And last but not least is that once they actually desired with all the actions they actually wish to perform, then this use case will actually automatically end. And yeah, so basically here are some of the comprehensive alternative flow for the module itself. Yeah, so first thing first, they actually will quit from the ebook module, which is if the MBRP staff they actually wish to quit from the ebook module, then the system actually navigates to the page that the MBRP staff they wishes to access later on. So once the system exited from that navigation, hence the whole use case will be aborted directly. And also the system admin they're actually able to view the selected book details in a more comprehensive manner, and also they can select the action that they will wish to perform, which is such as add ebook, or even they can delete the ebook once that they feel that the necessary information is being lessened or even being missed out. Then they actually can select the action as below. Or if there is any single new publication or even new books being published, then the system admin can actually utilize this function to actually add the specific ebook itself. And also the cancel operation by MPIP staff admin. If the admin itself actually wish to cancel any single operation, then the system will actually return back to the last access page that has been accessed by our respective system admin that actually utilize the flow itself. And yeah, so here are some of the exception flow where actually the system, if the system fails to display content, then the system will actually display an error message and will return back to the last access page. And if the system fail to update the records into the database, then the system will actually display an error message to actually allow the system admin to actually perform the action once again. And the post condition is definitely the Ampere staff admin, they actually managed to handle all the ebooks, necessary ebooks action in the ebook module itself. And the related requirements that actually needed to be implemented in our use case itself will be the system needed or even shall display a list of uploaded books in an ebooks module. And also the system actually need to display a confirmation message on those actions that are being performed by our respective system admin in order to validate whether they really wish to perform that specific action itself. And last but not least, the system needed to display a more appealing and attractive manner of interface for managing ebook itself. And the system will also need to display the list of ebooks and their details quickly with more minimal loading time to actually ensure the efficiency and accuracy that we have been keep emphasizing on our proposed system itself. All right, yeah. So here is a module that we actually been assessed just now, which is the calendar module. Hence, if they wish to manage the ebook, then can just directly visit this ebook panel. All right, yeah. So here's another example, which is if we wish to add book or even to delete book. Yeah, I think first thing first, I can try to demonstrate the add book. Yeah, so basically the system admin, they actually need to insert the ebook title, the description, and even a file URL, which is in PDF format, to actually enable the user to download the PDF format of that specific ebook. Then once actually all this description has been added, or even can add a picture here, then can just directly click on the add function, or if they wish to cancel the perform, then can just directly press on cancel function itself. Yeah, so here I'll actually press on add. And yeah, so basically these are another example, which is the Iskandar Malaysia Greenhouse Gas Inventory 2016 has been added into this ebook module itself. And if we wish to actually delete a book, we can just directly press on this button, and there will be like an alert prompt being popped out, which is, are you sure to delete this file? Then if the system admin, if they really wish to validate their own decision by then they can just already press on the confirm button, and the whole book will actually be disappear. Hence, this is like a rough schedule or even the rough action on how to manage this ebook in among the system admin itself. Alright, so right now I will present to Doctor regarding the managed account use case. Yeah, so basically for managed account use case, the actor that will actually be targeted in this use case will be participants, where actually this use case will clearly demonstrate on how the participant can take control of their respective account details. And the precondition, which is the users they needed to log into their respective account, and they are actually needed to connect to an active internet connection. So for the normal flow, which is the participate, you actually will navigate to the manage account module, and the system will actually display all the content inside the manage account module. And the participants can actually choose the actions that they actually wish to perform, which I will explain in detail in alternate flow 1 and alternate flow 2 later on. And last but not least, the use case ends. And for the alternate flow wise, first thing first is the users they actually can select to edit their respective account details. The participants they actually able to amend their respective account detail, such as amending password, email address, or even activate two factors authentication. Once the participants confirm of their own amendment, then they can click on the confirm edit option, and the system will display on and will update the account details of the participants itself. And if they really wish to cancel action, then the participant will actually be redirected to the main panel of the account main page. And for the exception flow wise, if the system actually fails to display content, then the system will actually display an error message. And last but not least, if the system actually fail to update the database, then the system will display an error message as well. Alright, so here are some of post conditions, which is the participants they actually able to manage their account effectively without disturbance, and the participants able to access the manage account module after logging into their account. account. These are one of the most basic requirements that we really needed for this use case. And the manage account module need to have a more visually appealing and user-friendly interface so that the participants can actually be more excited and feel that they actually have some sort of engagement when they actually execute their respective use case. And last but not least is that the manage account module really need to have a more lower latency and at the same time able to provide a more quick response time to actually to all the participants and actions and also any single interactions that they actually being encountered in this whole system itself. All right, yeah. So now I will actually explain in detail regarding the managed account details. So the users they actually need to press on sign in as usual, and there is a people icon over here. Then can just already press into this profile icon. Yeah. So basically in this segment they actually provide the image of the participants and name, identity card, address, category, and also email, right, which is display all the necessary information of the participant itself. In this example, we can actually choose to change the password. Yeah, so basically for this change password wise, the participants they're actually able to and insert their email or even reconfirm back their old password, and you actually need to insert the new password that they actually wish to amend, and they will need to confirm with their password that they actually need to amend. Then once finalizing all, they will actually need to press the submit button over here, and if they actually press to cancel, then we actually will proceed back to the account itself. And once the user they actually choose to log out, they can just directly press log out, and they will actually be redirected back to the BIP community system main page. That's all for my presentation. Thank you and have a nice day.
So now I'm going to talk about the manage about us. So this use case involves the actor, which is the MBIP staff admin. And this use case shows the MBIP staff admin can edit the content inside the about us module. So the precondition for this use case is the MBIP staff admin must log into the admin's account. And the flow of this use case is the MBIP staff admin needs to navigate to the About Us module, and then the system will display the content in the About Us module, and then MBIP staff admin can choose the action to perform, which I will show in the alternative flow. So the abstraction flow for this use case is the system fails to display the content and the system fails to update into the database. So the alternative flow, we have quit from the About Us module, which is the MBIP staff admin wish to quit from this module. We also have the edit content of About Us module. The MBIP staff can edit the content if they click on the edit button. And finally, we have the cancel operation by the MBIP staff admin, which is when they are editing and they want to cancel to the edit mode. So the changes will not be saved and the system will display back to the original About Us module. So the post condition for this use case is the MBIP staff admin has access and manage the content in the About Us module. So what is the related requirements in this use case? We have for the functional requirements, we have the system shall display the current content in the About Us module. The system shall allow the MBIP staff admin to edit the content of the About Us module. The system would provide a rich text editor with formatting option for the MBIP staff admin to edit the content in the About Us module. System should ensure a real-time collaborative editing feature for multiple MBIP staff admins to work simultaneously on editing the About Us module. And finally, the system would allow the MBIP staff admin to add image and multimedia content to the About Us module. For the quality requirements, we have the system shall provide a user-friendly interface for easy navigation and interaction with the About Us module. The system shall ensure the security and privacy of the About Us module by implementing appropriate access controls and data encryption. The system should ensure fast loading and response times when displaying the content in the About Us module, even with high concurrent user access. And finally, the system would support version control, allowing the MVIP staff admin to track and revert to previous version of the content in the About Us module. So now I'll proceed to the demonstration of the manage About Us. So firstly, we'll click on the function About Us at the navigation bar. So it will bring the interface to the About Us module. So inside here, we can see the edit button right here. So the MBIP staff can edit the content of the About Us module. So when we click into it, you'll see that there is the editing tool on top here, and there is two buttons at the bottom right corner, which is the cancel and the save. So for both functions, after you click, it will back to the display the page, but the difference is when you click the save, the changes will be saved and displayed, while if you click the cancel, the changes will not be saved and it will display the original content. So now I'm going to talk about the manage competition event. So in this use case, it involves the MVIP staff admin. And this usage shows the MVIP staff admin can manage their competition event, view details of the competition events, view the database of the competition data, and export the competition data with the XLS format, which is the Excel format. So the precondition for this use case is the MVIP staff admin must log into the admin's account. And for the flow of this use case, the MBIP staff admin will navigate to the competition event module, and the system will display a list of the competition event. And the MBIP staff admin can choose a competition event and to view the details, and the MBIP staff can choose action to perform. It will be mentioned in the alternative flow. So in the alternative flow, the MBIP staff can filter the competition event. They also can quit viewing competition event module. They also can cancel viewing selected competition details, view competition data of selected competition event, and cancel viewing the selected competition data. Then for the exception flow, we have two, which is first is the system fails to display the content, and the second is system fails to export the competition data. So for the post condition for this use case, the MVP staff admin has access and manage the competition events. And the related requirement for this use case, for the functional requirements, the system shall display a list of competition event in the competition event module. The MVP staff admin shall be able to choose a competition event from the list. The system shall allow MVP staff admin to choose a competition event from the list, and the system shall display the details of the selected competition event. For the quality requirements, we have two. First is the system shall ensure that the content is displayed accurately and without any errors. And second is the system would export the competition data in a well-formatted Excel document without any data loss or corruption. So due to some technical issue, so I will proceed the demonstration of the prototype in this way. So first we will click on the competition to navigate to this competition event module. And firstly, it will show that there is no event selected, so there will be no data available to show here. And after we click on the first any event, it will show the details of that particular selected event. And at the bottom here, we can see there is an export button, which is the MVIP staff admin can export the the Excel document so that they can proceed with the manual reporting to their departments. Hi, Doctor. My name is Tan Chu Ming. So I'm going to briefly explain about the managed dashboard. So the managed dashboard it involves the actors, participants, and this use case allows participants to further interact with the functionalities and use cases that have been included inside the MVP community system dashboard. So we have two preconditions for this use case, which is the participants have to log into their respective account and they need to connect to the internet connection. So for the use case, the user will be redirected to their respective account dashboard once they log in, and then the dashboard will display the content of the dashboard, and then the participants can uh, navigate to the weather panel through the dashboard and in the navigation bar, and there are also other functionalities such as the view calendar function, view ebook function, and the view about us function. So the user can use the function and they can redirect back from the functionalities to the dashboard by clicking on the home page button. So the post condition for this use case is the participants successfully utilize all the functionalities that have been included inside the dashboard of the MBIP community system. So we have found out two functionality requirements, which is the system shall redirect participants to their respective account dashboard upon successful login, and the dashboard shall display a carbon reduction map in selected areas. This two is the basic requirements, and we have four requirements for the quality requirements, which are the dashboard interface shall have an appealing and visually pleasing design. The weather on the dashboard shall display a real-time and accurate weather information. The dashboard shall provide a seamless and responsive user experience across different devices and screen size. And finally, the dashboard shall have fast loading time and responsive interaction to ensure a smooth user experience. So now I'll continue with the demonstration for the uh, manage manage dashboard use case. So after login to the system, the dashboard will show like this. There is some error here as actually here got a map, the carbon footprint map here, but the Figma cannot display. So I'll proceed the next one. So under the dashboard button here, we can follow that we can also navigate to the weather, which that we can look through all the information about the weather right here. So if I want to navigate back to the dashboard, I can click on the home page icon to navigate back to the dashboard. And also this dashboard can link to see the details for the carbon footprint map. So here is the list of the carbon footprint. So we can click on one area and it will show the actually here will also show a map on the zoom in the accurate place, and here will show the information about the selected area, and it will show all the details and the information here so that the user can uh, know the information know the exact information for the particular area.
Hello everyone, my name is Xiaolong. Today I'm going to talk about the MBIP community monitoring system that our group designed. So I mainly just responsible for the use case 4 view calendar and use case 5 join computation and use 6 insert required computation date. Well, In use case 4, it enables users to have a comprehensive view of the calendar in the system, keeping them informed about the upcoming competitions and the events. By interacting with the calendar, users can access more detailed information about specific games. The calendar provides daily updates, allowing users to view any upcoming games and events. In use case 5, join computation enables the participants to view and confirm their participation based on all the conditions required for the computation. Participants can join the computation they are interested in and ensure compliance with the computation requirement. In the use case 6, insert required computation date. Upon entering use case 6, users are prompted to fill in the contest details regarding the participants, which may include their name, age, contact details, and other necessary data. Okay, hello everyone. Let's go to the prototype part. When all users log in, they will find the three main options in our navigation bar. There are the dashboard, calendar, and the ebook. So today I'm mainly going to talk about the calendar part. When you access to this part, you will find a lot of events and competitions here and their dates. For example, if you choose one of them, yeah, you will find there are many events. If you are very interested one, you can choose it and enjoy the event. Well, before you enjoy the event, you have to fill in the registration page. Here, you have to enter your name, your ID, your address, and you will get more detailed category here. Well, if you change your mind and don't want to complete this, you can return to the last page. But if you want to submit, you have to make sure that you have already read and accept the terms of the service and then submit. Well, you can see the event successfully participated. You can also go to there and
Okay, Assalamu alaikum. I'm Yusuf Samatahun, and I'm going to talk about all the use cases in one video, just for time, just for this time. First, the login use case. The login use case. The actors are participants and MVIP staff administrators. But preconditions are participants and system administrators are required to have an internet connection and of course an already registered account. The normal flow goes: the participants and staff administrators open the login page of the system. The participants and staff administrators enter the registered information such as username and password. They can click on the login button to log into their account in the system. In case the participants forgot their password, they can click into the forgot password segment, alternative flow 1, and the system will pass the login form for validation. The system will utilize the system database for check whether the entered information are accurate for specific credentials. If validation fails, an exception flow EF1 will be invoked. Once the validation is successful, participants and system administrators will be redirected to the respective account. Alternative flow: forgot password. As said before, the participants request for amending their passwords. Participants have to enter their respective credentials, such as their email address. Participants have to enter their new password and reconfirm their desired password again. Once the password is confirmed, participants have to click on the submission link for their password renewal confirmation. Exception flow. Validation failed. The system displays an error message indicating that login coordinates are invalid, and normal flow 1 is executed again. And now this is the login page. As said before, the user or the participants have to click email and password, and they click on sign in, and they are basically logged in. But in the alternate exception flow, if they forget, if the for alternative flow, if they forget their password, they have to log in, forget password, and request the link. If the link is requested, they will reset the password from there, and normally they will log in again. And in case they don't have an account, they have to go to the register page, which is I'm going to talk about now. And now this is the registered account, just a use case, and we're going to talk about how to enter register. Actors are participants, and MBIB staff don't need to register an account. They already have pre-registered accounts. Precondition, Preconditions, participants are required to have an active internet connection, and users don't have an existing account. And the normal flow is the user opens the registration page of the system. The system displays a registration form to the user. The user enters the registration information such as username, email address, and password. The username can cancel their account registration as well. The user clicks on the register button to create a new account. The system passes the registration form for verification. A verification failed error message and handling if one exception of flow one will be triggered. And if verification is successful, the system creates a new user account with the entered information and prompts to a confirmation message to indicate that the account registration is complete. Alternate flow is cancellation. The participant's request for canceling the registration system will redirect the users back to the login page. Both conditions are one simple thing: the user account is successfully registered in the system. And now we're back to the login page. If they don't have an account, they will come here and create their own account, which will redirect them to the to a page. And this is the create account. If they have and they create account, and now they have to submit their information, name, identity card, address, category, and they read and accept terms of services. And this is the terms of services showing the email address. And with submit information, they are now successfully created their own account. And when they create their own account, they can now view the normal dashboard. And for now, I'm going to talk about the view ebook use case and prototype. The actors are participants. Brief description. This use case is used by the participants where they can view and download the ebooks uploaded by the MBIP staff admin. And I'm also going to talk about just the view of the admin in the participants must log in into the system, normal flow. That's the precondition. The participant must log into the system below condition. Normal flow. The participants navigate to ebooks module. The system displays the list of ebooks uploaded, and the participants can choose actions to perform. Refer alternative flow 1, 2, and 3. Use case ends. Alternative flow are 1, 2, 3, which are which are branched. Quit from alternative flow. Quit from viewing ebook modules. The system navigates the module selected by the participant. This use case is aborted. And 2, view ebook details. The participant selects an ebook. The system displays the details of the selected ebook. Refer to alternative flow 1. And if the participant clicks on the download button, the system downloads the ebook selected into the participant currently using device. And 2.2, which is the system displays the detail of the selected ebook, will be executed. Exceptional flow, the system fails to download the ebook. The system displays an error message on the screen, and we will go back to the displaying the selected ebook. Post conditions are the participants had viewed and downloaded the ebooks. Now this is the view ebook. They can view the details of the book, and they can download the book. Do you want to download? Yes, I could download completed, and this is if the thing flows, if something happens wrong. And in the last, in the second, another video, I'm going to talk about the view about us. In the download button, the system downloads the ebook selected into the participant currently using device. And 2.2, which is the system displays the detail of the selected ebook, will be executed. Exceptional flow, the system fails to download the ebook. The system displays an error message on the screen, and we will go back to the displaying the selected ebook. Post conditions are the participants had viewed and downloaded the ebooks. Now this is the view ebook. They can view the details of the book, and they can download the book. Do you want to download? Yes, I could download completed, and this is if the thing flows, if something happens wrong. And in the last, in the second, another video, I'm going to talk about the view about us.